So, the Labour Party, by its own admission, contains pockets of anti-Semitism. Considering this foul mindset has never been eradicated in other parts of the population, remaining deeply embedded, this comes as no surprise. Anti-Semitism has evolved from a genocidal religious prejudice to an exterminating so-called scientific racism allied to the development of 19th century social Darwinism. Here in the UK, indigenous anti-Semitism existed long before Hitler and the Nazis. It was, and still is to a degree, rampant, although not exclusively, among sections of the middle and upper classes. Anti-Semitism comes in many insidious, shape-shifting forms today. Holocaust denial, for example, it's developed a coded language, cosmopolitan elements, rootless internationalism, cultural Marxism. It places Jewish people into a monolithic block. Anti-Semitism usually lurks behind such buzzwords you hear as the Rothschilds, Illuminati, Freemasonry, as they meld into conspiracy theories. This, combined to such notions that the Jews were responsible for the slave trade, were the hidden force behind 9/11, and with the old-fashioned slander of Jewish ritual murder, are now making an ugly comeback in some regressive quarters. Oswald Mosley split from the Labour Party to eventually create the British Union of Fascists. Today, considering the Labour Party is meant to be anti-racist, how comes it contains pockets of anti-Semitism? It's entered the back door with anti-Zionism, in particular with parts of the Muslim constituency and parts of the dodgy left, and the huge influx of hundreds of thousands of new members, many without rudimentary political education, the internet generation, befuddled with the avalanche of conspiracy theories sloshing around online and warping perspective. Anti-Semitism can be detected in such notions as the Jews being clannish, pushy, having too much influence in politics, banking, the entertainment industry, and so forth. But for naked, unabashed anti-Semitism, combined with unadulterated elitism and eugenic theories, check out the aristocracy and Tory backwoodsmen that sit in the unelected House of Lords. Corbyn is in no way anti-Semitic, neither, as far as we know, the majority of his colleagues. His reaction to the pockets of anti-Semitism in the party have been hesitant, to say the least, when it needs to be crushed ruthlessly. Jewish people here and in Europe rightfully fear a resurgence of anti-Semitism. It must be combated at all costs. If anybody in the anarchist or anti-authority movement expresses anti-Semitic sentiments, they should be shown the door. Full stop. As with any form of racism, it must be utterly condemned. And when it appears on the streets, combated by all means necessary. No more sleepwalking into the rightward drift. Bye.